Yo, my name is Josh G, and this is my Real Talk 100. Okay, I never did anything like this before, so y'all just need to bear with me. I guess I'll just start off from where I'm from and where I came from until where I got to now. Yeah, I'm 30 years old. I wish I wasn't. Wish I was younger. Just kidding. And yeah, I'm 30 years old. I'm originally from Wabasca, Alberta, up north, about probably like 6 hours from here. Yeah, I'm from Calgary now. So yeah, this is my real talk. I guess we can start off. I can barely remember. I grew up in I grew up in Wabasca. I did live places before that, but I don't really remember that because I was just a kid. So I'll just start from where I remember. I guess I can just say first. I am originally from Wabdo, but we moved place to place from there after that. After I was born, I guess in Wab. So yeah. All I can remember is being in Slave Lake. I've been other places apparently, but I don't remember that because I was just a youngin'. So yeah, I used to live in Slave Lake with my mom, my sister, and my sister April. But and everything was good there. I was going to school. I guess obviously I was in school and I was good. I used to remember looking at my report card. I was good, man. I had A's actually. Yeah, I was doing pretty good, man. I used to like seeing my report card because I was actually doing good. So I was like, oh, nice. All right. But yeah, we moved. Yeah, some years went by. I had a bunch of friends. Used to bike around Slave Lake and whatnot. And yeah, that's all my childhood was about there. And then this one time, me and my mom, we moved. Went shopping. And back then, she had all her bills, all the money for the bills and the rent in her wallet. And we went to shop, and she ended up dropping her wallet somewhere, I believe, or she left it somewhere by accident, and we lost all the rent money. So we had no choice to move back to Wabasca. Wabasca. And when I got there, I didn't want to move because I had a lot of friends in slaves, so it was good. Can't remember their names. I only remember one. His name was Doug. I still know him still talk to him once in a while, Facebook, but he's one of my childhood friends actually from way back. So yeah, we moved to Wab, and yeah, I went to school at St. Teresa. I was in grade 2. I think it was grade 2, I believe. And you know how it is. Going to school, new kid. And I was from slaves, so had it pretty rough. I think I got I got into a fight. I think I can't remember, but yeah. But you know how it is, I guess. For some people, the welcome to my warm welcome, I guess you can call it. So yeah, I moved there. Then I just started acting out, I guess, because I failed. I think it was grade 2 or 3. Pretty sure it was 3 or I can't remember. It's one of them two. But I started acting out apparently. Can't really remember still because I was still young. Started acting out. I failed like 3 times the same grade, and yeah, that wasn't cool, but it sucked, I guess you can say. But yeah, those years went by. I started acting out more, not caring about my grades. My grades went down. Yeah, sometimes I can't believe that I made it grade 11. That's how far I made it, but I'll get there when I get there. But yeah, everything was good. I met a lot of people, got a lot of friends. I guess I was the popular kid, people used to say. Well, people would tell stories about me. I guess some people said that about me. I don't know if I was or not. I was just a kid who tried to be funny all the time. I always had that humor, my humor that I have right now. But that's when I was innocent. Just thought it was all good. But yeah, so years went by. Still doing the same thing, trying to be funny in school, going to school, getting in trouble a lot, getting written up. There's this thing called yellow slips. That's how much I'd act out. Just trying to be cool in school, like skipping classes and stuff like that. Until I used to chill with the older people too. I started hanging out with older people who used to drink, smoke weed, and just smoke and all that. And I never used to touch it. I was good. I was good on that. I was like, nah, that's not me, man. That's not me. So I would, I would, I would be what they called a babysitter. You'd have to babysit. Like I would be babysitting all the drunks, all the guys and girls who couldn't walk. I would have to like walk them, like hold them up and walk with them and stuff like that, making sure they don't fall on the ground. Like, yeah, just taking care of them. Make sure no one got left behind. If it was the winter, make sure no one get passed out in the snow or anything. It was like that. I did start smoking probably like around 10 or 11 cigarettes. I never inhaled. I was just trying to be cool, Remember walking around all the time with like 5 smokes in my pocket, just puffing on them, not inhaling. But yeah, I started off with the smokes. But yeah, I was the babysitter for a while with all my friends, my older friends. And then, yeah, 13 came around. And my buddy, my brother, who I like to call my brother, he sometimes I joke around. I used to joke around with him like, yo, this is your fault, man. You made me drink and become who I am. But in reality, it wasn't his fault. It was mine. But yeah, I remember this one time he was like, that was the first time I drank. He was like, he had this cooler, wine cooler in a little bottle. I don't know what it was called. Maybe, damn, I can't remember. But yeah, he's like, yo, man, take a drink of this. Have a drink. This tastes like juice. And I was like, no, man, I might get drunk. I don't want to get drunk off that, man. What if I don't know. I just told him I don't want to get drunk, man. And then he's like, it's only one drink. You're not gonna get drunk off of one drink. It's only a cooler too. So I was like, all right, let's check it out. And that's the time I think that I wish I can go back and not took that drink. Hold on, man. But yeah. You don't need to cut this part out. If you don't want to, Steve. But yeah. Okay, I think I got my composure. That's how I am. Like, try to laugh it off later. But yeah, I took that first drink and yeah, that's when it started. I was like, wow, this tastes pretty good, man. And I was like, hey, man, I was like, can we buy some more of these? How much does this cost? And he's like, oh, they only cost like $10, man. A 2 liter. It's bigger than this. And I was like, all right, let's go buy 2. Oh my God, $20. Or I would go lie to my mom's or somebody would be like, hey, you got $20? I'm trying to buy a hoagie and a pop. It was funny, but yeah. I went and bought 2 coolers and yeah, it tasted like juice so much. I was like, yo, man, let me chug this down. I bet you I can chug it down one shot. And they're like, oh, let's see, then do it. And then I think they just did that so I can get drunk. So I chugged it down and yeah. But that's where it all started. That day, I remember it, yeah, pretty vividly when I first took that drink. And yeah, everything started then. I started drinking a lot. First, it was fun. It was fun. Ain't gonna lie. Since this is real talk, it was fun. Like, I loved going out with my friends. Used to be this every weekend. Started off every weekend. I was like, okay. I used to go to school. Then on the weekends, get drunk with my friends. Go out and get drunk. It It was fun, man. Like, yeah, it was fun apparently. But yeah, I kept drinking and drinking every day. Started out like out every day. I guess. Wait. I gotta pump my brakes. I'm just going too far into how it ended up being. But yeah, I started drinking every weekend. We started out with coolers, and then I was like, okay. And then I got introduced to the hard stuff, the rye, the whiskey, the vodka, all that good stuff with what they want to call it. But yeah, started drinking more, and then it started affecting my school because I was like, okay, I want to be cool. Let's go drink at school, which is, tell you the truth, man, that's not cool, man. It's not. In my opinion, that was just me being a loser, I guess. Trying to be cool and stuff. But it wasn't, man. It was. I wish I can go back and I did that. But I can't. But yeah, I started affecting my school. I started drinking in the hallways, the boot rooms, the bus, outside in the front, having a smoke. I'd just be chugging down a Mickey. Yeah, until I finally got caught. And I got kicked out. Obviously, I guess. Right. I got caught drinking, so I just stopped going to school. And then it just got worse and worse. Started drinking more and more. But I cannot remember most of it because to the point that I was just drunk every day. I can't remember any of it. It's like it's all a blur. Most of my 20s are a blur. Because I was drunk every day. But yeah, it was all fun, like I said at the start. And even as the years went by, it was still fun. Well, I thought it was still fun. And thinking about it now, I was too afraid to admit that I had a problem. Like, I was like, I just, hold on, my voice is giving out. Yeah, I was to the point that the reason why I was drinking was to numb everything. Like, I wouldn't have to think about not graduating. You know, like, that's one of the main things I know I can do it now. Like, I can still graduate. I can still get that GED, but I wish I could have did it in my school, you know, like, I wish I could have threw up that hat. I don't know if they do that, do they? I don't know. Where I'm from, I don't know, because I haven't made it there. But, yeah, I wish I could have graduated, but I didn't because alcohol. Like, I smoked weed and all that. I did drugs. Other drugs, but I never had a problem with that. Was the main thing was the alcohol. I'm not saying that the other addictions, like, those are bad too. Like, I have friends, family who are stuck on stuff like that, and breaks my heart, man. But yeah, but the alcohol, that took over me completely. Yeah, I remember. Wait. I didn't start drinking because of my depression. Like I said, I drank to have fun. But I was dealing with, like, depression way before that, though. I think I was like around 11, 12. I started developing depression. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from. I used to see a counselor for anger management too, because I'd get mad easy. And yeah, I used to see about suicidal and stuff. So when I finally turned 13, like I said, when I started drinking, there was that one time, yeah. 13 is when the first time I attempted to try to kill myself. I sliced my wrist with a broken bottle. It squirted everywhere. And the doctor said that I was so close. cut that artery vein that I could have died. Like I was just like an inch off. But man, I never saw nothing of it. I was like, okay. I just thought, I just brushed it off. And just kept drinking and drinking still. Even though it was alcohol that made me do that. Like, for real. I know my story's going back and forth. I'm sorry. But for real, like, that's what... But alcohol did completely take over later on. So many suicide attempts I tried. So many... Yeah, just things that... Like, I lost friends over alcoholism. And lost friends due to alcoholism. But, yeah, alcohol was... That was my choice of addiction. That was what I needed. First it was fun, but then it got to the point that I'm like, okay, I need it now. Because I'm shaking, I'm getting the withdrawals, I'm having panic attacks because I need that taste. And I would just grab a bag, like, let's see. Like, I can't explain how a taste would make me feel. I guess it would make me feel alive, you know? That's what it did. I needed that to stay alive. Because I needed to numb things because I lost hope back then. I didn't know what hope was, I guess you can say. It never existed with me for so many years. I never learned about it. Or my higher power, the creator. I never learned nothing about that. Like, I knew they were there, but I don't think he helped me. Because where he put me, you know? Like, he put me in a place, like, I thought my life was going to be awesome. Because, like I said, I was the popular kid, so I thought everything... I had, like, a bunch of friends and everything, and I was good at some stuff. Basketball and stuff like that. I just thought, oh, I'll be all right. But then, not when alcohol came in the picture. Took me down the path I didn't think I was gonna be in. To the point that I was just trying to kill myself all the time. I still didn't think I had a problem with alcohol. I told myself that how many times? Like, I don't have a problem, man. I don't need to go to treatment, man. I just love to drink. That's why. But then, yeah, the years went by. I was always trying to kill myself. Always in and out of jail. Alcohol brought me to the point that I was actually standing out stores trying to get my next drink. And my excuse was to be like, like, I have no care in the world, no responsibilities. I don't care what people think. I just like to drink. I need to drink. So I just drank and drank with my friends. Sometimes were fun, sometimes weren't. But I know there's people out there who have a problem, but they don't want to admit it. And I don't judge them because of that. Because I was there. But this can't... That's just an excuse for... That was an excuse for me. You know, like... I don't have no problem, man. I'm not gonna stop drinking. But I did, and I didn't... I wish I realized it earlier that I actually had a problem. But yeah, you can't... When you know deep down you have a problem, but you're scared to admit it, you can't you need to just admit it, man. Can't just make excuses because this is not gonna get better. It didn't for me. I need to tell myself like treatment won't help me. I'm unfixable. That was my actual thought. Like, I can't be fixed. I'm the one who convinced myself that I was unfixable when it's not true at all. But look, because where I'm at right now. But yeah, man, like for real. I have friends who are going down this path still. Friends that I was on the path with. And family that's addicted to stuff, and all I can do is pray for them and have hope for them. But I wish that they would just give it all up, man. And stop making excuses for yourself, for real. I'm not trying to judge. I'm not trying to sound better than anybody. It's just because I have people I care about that I had to create distance from, who I miss so much, man. But there's nothing I can do for them but pray and just have hope that one day they'll get out of that darkness they're in and find that light, man. Because for me, I still like I actually real talk, like I said, I thought I was unfixable. I actually had a pact that I was gonna kill myself before 30 because that was just a pact of mine. I don't know, like for real, thinking about it now, I don't know why I made that. Maybe I just thought I wasn't gonna live to see 30. Yeah, I just don't know why. I don't know why I made that pact. Maybe that's just how depression. I guess sometimes depression just makes that choice for you. Because my pact was to kill myself before 30, or try to drink myself to death before 30. That was what I used to say to people. Like, well, I actually didn't say it to people. I just said it to myself. Like, oh, I'm just gonna drink myself to death. I'm never leaving Wabasca. I love Wabasca. I love my liquor so much. I'm just gonna wait till I die from my alcoholism, my liver giving out. That was the pact, man. That was the plan. But what really woke me up to finally leave is I came real close to killing myself. I was drunk. I took off from my mom's. And I went up the hill from my house, from my trailer I lived in with my mom. I went up there, there's a hill there. I had that thing around my neck, that cord I got, extension cord. And I was drunk, saying my goodbyes. And something came to me. Like, I don't know if any people who are watching this, I don't know if you're religious or not. I don't judge if you're not. Just do you, man. Be you. Believe in your beliefs. Don't let other people tell you not to, So, but I feel like my grandma, my gukum, I'll call it my culture. We say gukum, it means grandma. She passed on like a few years before this. And I feel like she came to me. Someone came to me all in white. So I remember, all in white, told me to get off that told me to get off that told me to get off that chair, and like I could see my Ukum saying that to me, like, because it felt like she said, "Get off that chair. What are you doing? Go home and sleep it off." like a like a grandma Ukum would tell someone, like if you got in trouble by your Ukum, like go home and or smarten up or something like that. That's what she told me to do. Get off that chair. Go home and sleep it off. So I did. I got off that chair just like that. Cause that tripped me out, man. And my Ukum, it's pretty cool having her. She always she started getting dementia before she left, and she would remember me. I always thought that some of my family members didn't care about me, but I know I'm going off topic. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's the reason why I finally took a step. It was hard, man. One of my hardest decisions I made in my life. That was me actually leaving WOB, because I had to stop making excuses for myself. I had to stop. I had a son then. I still have my son. I have a daughter now too, and 4 wonderful step kids. And yeah, I just had to stop making excuses, man, and just man up, man. Like, I had responsibilities. I couldn't just keep doing that same shit. Doing the same thing, just standing at a freaking store asking for change, man. I had a son, like, how am I supposed to, if he grew up, how would that be? Would he all of a sudden be standing out there with me? Or would he be like, just be ashamed of me, man? If both those things happen, that'd break my heart. My son seen me get arrested. Actually, that hurts, man. And yeah, I finally made that step. I was like, okay, I gotta stop doing this shit. I gotta man the F up and just stop just doing what I was doing, man. Like, I had to fucking, sorry for my swear words. This is real talk, I guess, but sorry for that. But for real, I had to tell myself, okay, man, time to smarten up, dummy up. Stop doing this shit you've been doing. Because, man, wasn't a life to live, man. It was a lonely life. Drinking this stuff, numb the pain. Being alone all the time. Thought no one would love me for who I was. So I was like, Mom said keep drinking, but I finally made that step though. Got out of here, came to my dad's, moved to Edmonton, and things went good, but my friends followed. I keep trying to put the blame on them all the time. I did again. I was like, my friends followed me, so I ended up drinking again. But it was my fault. It was nobody else's fault. Can't blame anybody but yourself. You can't say, they made me drink, they made me smoke that, they made me do all that shit. You just gotta fucking man up to your shit, man, and be like, it's your fault. That's my fault. Because it was my fault. I'm the one who chose to pick up that damn bottle and drink it. Wasn't because of them. Wasn't because of nobody. That excuse goes so far, but it doesn't last. Because it doesn't. Sorry, but that's the truth though. You can't say it's anybody else's fault because of who you are and where you're at. Creator gave you that free will to do whatever. And you chose to do this. You chose to do that. And I finally manned up and stopped blaming others for why I drank. I did this to myself, man. But yeah, my friends followed. So I started drinking again a lot. I used to be against meth. I don't really admit this to a lot of people, but well, maybe I did. I don't know. But I started doing meth. I was so against it too. Like, I'll never do meth. I'll never do that shit. But there I was, doing hot rails or what they call it, smoking it. To the point that my friends would call me like, yo man, come check me out. I'd be like, alright, better have a hot rail or I'm not going. So they would make sure they have a hot rail for me. To that point, man. So I was losing hope again. And then all of a sudden my dad was like, okay, we're going to Calgary. And I was happy. And I was like, nice. I can get a fresh start. I don't know nobody over there. I can't blame nobody else. So I moved to Calgary. Still, I started drinking again. Like, was this a never-ending cycle for me, man? I just drank and drank and drank again. Started drinking again when my dad was home. He wouldn't know because I'd be drunk in my basement. He caught me a couple times. Trying to kill myself, I think. It sucks that I put him through that, too. I put my mom through a bunch of shit. My mom, my sister. I put him a bunch of... My dad says this. He's like, the choices you make doesn't affect you. It affects everyone around you. I didn't believe that. But now I do. Because it did affect a lot of people. I stressed my mom out. I stressed my sister out. I stressed out my dad. I stressed out a lot of people, man. So I was there drinking again until something good finally happened. I got a job. That was one of the main reasons why I quit drinking. That's one of the main reasons I drank before, because I said to myself, like, what if I can't do this job? And then they fire me, and then I'll feel like I wasn't man enough, you know? I would just tell myself that so I didn't have to get a job. But that was just me making excuses. You know? That's why you learn. You gotta take time to learn to do something. And I told myself, I'm just gonna get fired anyway, so I'm just gonna keep drinking, so I don't have to get a job. But I got this job, and I was scared, yeah. Stupid thing about that is too that I drank the day I went for my first day. I feel bad about that, but I still did it. But the year went by at my work. There I was, man, still working hard, you know. I was happy, man. Like, I finally found hope, man. Like, I found, like, I didn't find the hope I have today, right now, but I had the hope I was looking for. Like, I finally got a glance of hope. You know, like, I was like, wow. I just look around my job, like, I'm still here. I'm still here at this job of mine for like a year. I must be doing something, right? Because they still kept me around. But yeah, it was a good job. I liked it. The other half of me didn't. But I guess that's how everybody is with their job. They hate it, but they also like it. But yeah, I was like 28, I think, when I got that job. And I started doing it, but then I started getting on. As the year went by, 29, and there's that 30 Pat. That 30-year-old Pat that came back to me. I started stressing me out because I was like, okay, I'm just about 30. Am I just counting down my days till I die? Until I actually kill myself? Am I still doing that? So I was stressed out, man. I was scared. I'd cry. Like, what am I doing? Like, I was actually thinking about it, like, okay, how am I gonna do this? Like I was actually thinking about, okay, how am I gonna kill myself? I don't think I told this one to anybody before. That was my mindset. Like I was like, okay, what should I do? Should I hang myself? Should I slice my wrist? How am I gonna do this? I'm just about 30. I gotta do it or not. I don't know what I'm doing. Should I get drunk to the point that I can't feel nothing and then just do it then? That was my that was my mindset. But you know what? I made it. I'm 30 years old right now. Wish I was younger. But yeah, I made it, man. And then that's when a little bit more hope came in. Like, I didn't let depression win. People think that depression is forever. I thought that. I really did. I was like, I'm unfixable. Ain't nobody gonna fix me. So, I overcame that. I made it to 30. And then, everything was going good. I still had my job. I started making music. That's one thing I left out of the story. Sorry, but I always had a dream of making music. But I always thought I couldn't because alcoholism got in my way. And then all of a sudden, when I was doing positive things, working, wasn't drinking, I met Steve. Hey, Steve. I met Steve, man. And then I was scared too at first because I was like, what if I spit something for him, like a verse, and he doesn't like it? What if I was right all these years? What if no one likes my shit I put out? So there we were, sitting in his living room, and he put me on the spot. He's like, what you got down right now? Or something like this. He told me, I had this rhyme written, and he's like, okay, I want you to spit it right now. And it just took me out guard. I was like, wow, okay. And there's some person I didn't know there. I knew Steve already a little bit, but there's this girl there. Can't remember her name. It might be Shannon. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I spit it. Oh, I was shaky, man. I was like shaking like I had to withdrawals. But it was scary, man. And then I got through it. And he liked it, man. And that was awesome. Like, I was like, oh, I'm happy you like it. But that's when some more hope came into my life, because I was like, okay, all this time I thought I wasn't good enough. All this time I thought that no one would like my shit. And then boom, this guy was in the music industry for a while and he knows what's good, man. Believe me, he does. He's good at what he does, man. Like, and then I made a song, my first song nowadays, with Steve. The amazing work he does with his hands when he makes the producing, the music, with Justine Tyrell. She was the one on the hook. I never thought I'd make a song like that. Then boom, I did. Then Hope came in the picture again, some more, man. I was like, okay. People liked it, and I was like, oh, cool, man. I was like, nice. I just couldn't express it at first. Especially where I came from, man. I was just someone who was drunk all the time. Who you're seeing right now, you wouldn't notice who I was if you see me who I once was. I looked totally different. I had a totally different, what do you call that? Personality, I guess. I was so different to who I am right now. But yeah, years went by, I started making more music, performing. That was awesome. My hope started coming in again. And then it went down. I lost everything. Thankfully, I had my job still then. They just couldn't believe I still had it, but I lost everything, man. Again, I lost the house I was living in and my kids. had to be separated from my girlfriend, which was hard. I remember I had to come back. Moved in with my dad again. And I remember walking in the basement, just walking around in the basement. Because this goes back to when I said that I had no one. I wouldn't be able to find someone who loved. Sorry. I wouldn't be able to find someone who would love me for who I was. That's one of the reasons I drank too, because I was alone all the time and felt like I had nobody. And I knew her for a while. But we just couldn't work things out back then because people went through some same things. And the distance was just never worked out. And I remember I did a lot. I remember this one time because I don't blame her for not wanting me back then who I was. She got to prove to me. So I did. I went to church for her. I remember this time her status. She's like, I can't wait. I want to find someone who plays the guitar. And then I seen that on her status, and then I wrote on my status like 10 minutes later, I guess I'll start learning to play the guitar. Oh, it was funny. But yeah, I didn't think, that's why one of the reasons why I drank, because I thought I would never find someone. And then losing her that time recently, it was hard, man, because I loved this girl for so long. And she told me once, like, I would still love you for who you, if you were that same guy standing at Riverside, I'd probably be out there standing with you. That's what I love about her the most, man. Just hearing that. That was the best. And yeah, I lost her for a while there. The kids, the house. I was at the point that I was like, okay, I was gonna kill myself because I couldn't be with her. Until my boy Steve introduced me to this course, which I thought had something to do with music. I didn't know it was like an actual course. Like, get to put you working. So I was like, okay. And at first I was hesitant. I still had that doubt in my mind because that depression came back, and I'm like, oh, I gotta quit drinking. Like, nothing's gonna fix me. I messed up again. I lost everything because of my damn drinking. So how can I be fixed? So I took his course, man, and everything he says that that's just one thing he said. To make a change, it's like 1,000 steps. You can't just do one step that will make everything change. It takes 1,000 steps. And I'm so grateful for this class, man, because that's what gave me hope. Like, this stuff like that, man, like, if you think you're unfixable, man, like I thought, to the point that I had a path to kill myself by 30. That's how unfixable I thought I was. Like, there's no going back. I'm just gonna kill myself. I can't be fixed. That was it. But just a course like that gave me the hope I needed. It got me to where I'm at right now. I wouldn't be in this chair right now talking to you, whoever's watching, if it wasn't for doing something positive to the point that it actually changes you. Like, if you think you're unfixable, you're broken, you can't put the pieces back together. Nothing can put the pieces back together. To me, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but that's just an excuse, man. You gotta stop telling yourself that shit. Because it's not gonna get you nowhere, man. For real. I told myself that. But look at now. I got my girlfriend back, who's gonna be my wife one day. I got her back. I got my kids back. I've been sober for... I got it on my phone right here. Which I never thought I would get this far. 340 days, man. 340, man. And I was one of the worst drunks back home. Everybody knew who I was. They knew where I was. He's at Riverside. He's at the bridge. You'll find him uptown. He's in jail. From being one of the worst drunks ever, but one of the worst drunks from where I lived, to sitting in this chair 340 days sober today, with a new apartment, with my kids, my girlfriend. I'm making music. That's all hope right there, man. All belief in yourself. You can't say you're unfixable because it's not true. You can't say hope doesn't exist, because right here, man, is the definition of hope. It's funny because I'm making a song like that called The Definition of Hope. Coming from being a bum, an inmate, to an alcoholic, a dropout, a fall down, being whatever you can be called, a loser, anything. Coming from that to sitting right here, not standing at that store anymore, having a home to go to, having my son with me, having my kids, my girlfriend, my parents are proud of me, having people proud of me, man. People who look up to me now, hopefully. That's what hope is. Because I finally know what hope is now. I didn't know what it was before. But it does exist. Don't tell yourself it doesn't. Quit making excuses that it doesn't. Deep down you want to change, you can. Don't let depression tell you otherwise, because walk into that pain if you have to. That's what I needed to do, and I did. And I came out of that stronger than I ever have. Feels hella good, man. This is the studio where I create my magic. Just kidding. But, man, I'm happy now, man. I used to hide behind a smile and laughter, jokes. I don't need to hide behind them anymore. Because I'm happy now, man. And that's all thankful to. That's all because hope, man. That's the key word today, hope. Thanks to Steve, my dad, my mom, my girlfriend, everybody who supported me. Thanks for them. It's all because of them too, because they gave me the support I needed. They gave me the boost to keep going. But there's this saying my dad and Steve like to say: you put your 50% in, then Creator will do his. And things been going good since I've been putting my 50% in, because it seems like Creator's doing his, man, because look at where I am at now. So I'm sorry if that was a long talk for y'all, but but that's just my truth, man, right there. My truth. My truth. That's my truth, man, for real. Don't think you're unfixable, because you ain't, man. So just gotta have belief in yourself, and you'll be where I'm at. You'll be happy like I am, because I am. So thank you guys. My YouTube is just kidding. But yeah, thank you for taking the time to listen. Hope it wasn't too long for y'all, but it's worth it in the end, man. Just like it is when you start believing in yourself. It's worth it. Takes time, but you'll get there. Just don't give up. Never give up. Stay true to yourself. Don't let people tell you otherwise. Keep your head up. It's like Tupac used to say, man, keep your head up, man. So yeah, that's we done here. All right, it's your boy Josh G, man. So yeah, that's my real talk. Thank you, Steve, for giving me this chance to do this, and I hope whoever watches this, man, get something out of it. So yeah, peace out, yo, and see you when I see ya.